Okay, that's enough of that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Left for Random Talk. This is episode 55.
Hello, welcome. We are here. Yes. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. It looks like it's going to rain here. Like crazy.
Yes, Caden, we know. Pizza. You said it twice. You don't need to keep screaming it.
Oof.
Yeah, so, Restream chat is not letting me talk in the chat unless I actually go to the website.
Mm.
Also, I have disabled the counter that tells me how many people are watching.
Okay.
Looking at the counter, and I'm kind of taking this from Bricky and ep55 from TennoCon, looking at the number that tells you how many people are watching, how many people are in chat, etc., etc., it actually causes a lot more damage than it helps.
It's psyche-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
I don't honestly care how many people are in the chat. Like, yes, hello, hi, welcome. I don't care how many there are.
Let me, because take that out of context and say, oh, look, they don't get, no. We care about the people
Yeah.
here. We care about, who wants to talk and etc. I always watch the chat and say something, or if anyone wants to have a suggestion or an idea or anything really, I'm always going to be like
That's
watching.
why
It's just
you still see chat pop up in the stream itself, because I want to see it.
Exactly.
I don't want to see the counter because it's gonna hurt.
Yes. But yeah, so like I said, just because we don't watch the number doesn't mean we don't listen to the people.
Yeah.
We're not EA. Oh, I went there.
Oh snap.
Or do a chess box. Oh, really? That's going to be interesting to watch, a chess boxing match. I might watch it later today, actually. Thanks for the update, Kane. Or Caden.
Caden, yeah.
Yeah, Kane. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Kane for some weird reason. I blame Legacy of Kane. Alright. So, yeah. Like I said, if anything happens on my end,
it's the weather.
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's crazy this week. My mouse is dead. Hold on. I think I might have broken my mouse. Yes, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's been crazy. The weather is not the best. Things are flooding. The world is ending here. I'm pretty sure eventually I'm just going to float off somewhere in the world. So, yeah.
But it's not going to be a problem for you. You're just going to be floating off and like, not again.
Exactly. Okay, and we're back into the Pacific. Awesome.
Back where I belong with my people. Pizza shark.
Exactly. And the shark. Yes. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week. Last week we didn't do the Left for Random Talk because of 4th of July. So, yeah.
I hate that holiday.
Yeah, don't mind it. By the way, I need to say this now. So you want to laugh real quick at my...
At your what? Because you're cutting out.
At my...
Didn't get
Oh,
it.
hold on. At my expense.
At your expense?
Yeah. Someone covered my door
in what?
Poo. not my room, my front door leading into my house. It's kind of like, oh, well, how childish. I know who did it. I've already filed reports and everything. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You're gonna go to prison for poop. Awesome.
So what are you in here for? I smeared poop.
Exactly. That's why I'm not bothered by it. It's like, oh, how childish. But anyway, so yeah, that's your bit of comedy. So let's get into it today. For our topics, it's been a bit of a hectic week trying to find everything.
Yeah, especially with the giant dump from TennoCon.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm assuming that's gonna take up like a huge portion of our
yeah,
day.
yeah. Like when I was in the chat during that. Like I was watching it all and seeing Omnivoice trying his best. Still surprised he was there on the stage specifically. Uh,
Yeah.
I was watching it and I saw all this stuff happening. I'm going, oh shit, we're gonna have a heyday.
I still feel sad for the like I said, that being Nature Heroes.
You are cutting out something fierce, dude.
Sorry, not have this crazy.
I I can't understand anything you're saying.
Work, damn you! Hold on.
You came in clear then. Let me guess, you have a butt ton of tabs open again.
No, that's not it. It's the West said. I said there's a storm rolling
I
in. Did I
know.
not? It's like, oh, it's all these tabs. No, it's the fucking storm. God said, "Fuck you" today, and everything else you love. It's like day in, day. Oh, hold on, that was something weird. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix what's broken here, so the connection doesn't go mental on me. How's that? Am I fine?
Yeah, you're coming in fine.
Awesome. Right. So, like I said, now I was going to say Tenocon was interesting. The poor guy in the Grenio costume.
Oh god, yeah, they needed a fan on him.
He's just. I know I shouldn't laugh, but he looks so funny when he's just sitting there on the couch. He's like, and I'm done for the day.
Like, it was really concerning because, like, a lot of people thought he was actually dead. Because he just wasn't moving.
Exactly. He's just, and we're done. Oh, man. But on that note, great costume work.
Yeah.
Like, really impressive.
I am still shocked that the Ember Prime did not win.
Yeah. So anyway, while the connection is good and while I'm still here, I'll just cover the topics real quick. So we've got the following. Shenmue news. The devs refuse to honor pre-order backers, the content they were promised, and tell them they can buy it later like standard DLC. Again, people are angry. Beyond words.
Grr.
Let's see. Talking about Daymare 1998, a Resident Evil 2 remake-like game where you soldier investigating an outbreak, aka Punk's game.
Hmm.
And that is the name of the guy. Not the guy in the game, the other one.
Yeah.
Talking about Tenocon. Again, that's going to be just its own thing.
Yep.
Slight issues. Final Fantasy VII Remake issues. People not happy about Tifa's boobs. What? What?
We're not gonna go into too much detail about that one, just because YouTube is a piece of shit. And also,
Yeah.
terms of service for Twitch.
Speaking of, like, trust me, that's going to be relevant in terms of YouTube is piece of shit. Like, I'll explain it a bit.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Iceborne info. The new Cat Cook's connection to the old one. Glavinus arrives in the new world, and another monster is hinted to arrive for the world.
I always knew that cat was connected to Cthulhu.
And lastly, looking at Apex Epic Legends. You wish.
Isn't that the name of an actual game, though?
I think so.
I'm gonna go check.
Look at Apex Legends. Will it be enough to save the game, or is it doomed for further stagnation? I'm going with the latter on this one, personally. So, yeah. So, let's get into the bullshit first. Contrary to how the list is formatted, we'll just go from bullshit to bullshit and then have actually positiveness for the rest of the day. Novel, I know.
Okay, searching Epic Legends, you get Apex Legends from Epic Games, and the first thing that shows up is Ohm Wrecker's video.
Jeez. So yeah. So as F3 has arrived for the Epic Store, much to everyone's disappointment and anger, they don't want to go to Steam, and people are angry, and the hold on, oh, there we go. And the working consensus, or the thing was, they were refusing to refund their consumers flat out. And naturally, people got angry. It turns out that the publishers behind Shenmue, right, is Deep Silver, the same guys who did the Metro Exodus thing.
Hmm.
So it reeks more of Deep Silver wanting to fill their pockets more so than the devs. But I'm not giving that. I'm not cutting anyone any slack here. They're all bitches as far as I'm concerned.
I found a picture that pretty much describes this whole thing, but I don't really want to put it in the chat because it's from like a Spanish review site. I know how you and everyone else is. You're stubborn as hell, so I'm not gonna put that up here.
All right. But yeah. So, in a good move, one of the rare ones, I'm going to say, the Epic Store has personally refunded the people who wanted to refund the game, like out of their own pockets. I guess the devil every once in a while can do something nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's saying something. However, as expected, the pre-order backers are getting screwed. They are flat out not getting what's the word? They're flat out not getting.
They're not getting compensated.
Exactly, and I'm just gonna look it up real quick. What was in the pre-order, the backer thing? Because I know it's like, let's see, Shenmue 3 backer. What is it? Pre-order? I think, I'm not sure. Let's see here. It should, doing jobs and everything here while recording and all that stuff. It's.
Can I just say the guy from Shenmue 3 looks really, really weird?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So I'm just reading the article from Push. That's it. It's just called Push Square. What an amazing name. Anyway, yeah, Shenmue 3 backers irate as pre-order bonuses not included. So let's see here. Long lasting, Epic Store. None of this drama rarely affects the PlayStation. Please shut up. I'm just trying to find what was in the pre-order. Let's see. Let's see here. Exclusive bonuses to confirm that who's donated time. Oh, this is worse. The pre-order was supposed to come with the season pass as well. And it says the following. To make matters worse, the developer has also confirmed that those who donated to the title will have to buy its season pass separately. Oof, just a lot of oof. Jeez, it's just getting worse. Apparently, it was like 2 physical items, like medallions of the game, I suppose, and mostly just not even cosmetic, like things in the game, like moves and shit of that nature, apparently. Jesus Christ. This is just egregious to say the least. Like, okay, physical items I understand, you know. There's a limited resources for that. I get that. But not giving the people the digital shit they ordered, not giving them what was promised, you know, after they paid for it already, that's something else. You know, that's like going to a pizza place, right? Ordering the pizza to be done, and then when you go pick it up, they give you like the pizza crust and the rest of the so you've already paid us. This is disgusting. And you know this is going to just destroy the dev teams entirely. Like, I'm just trying to find out
Yeah.
right now how much Shenmue, like, its sales are right now, just to see what's happening.
Here, I'll
That's
give you guys
6.
another oof. There we go. I'm playing the Minecraft oof. Guys, fuck Roblox.
My nets, spotlight, wrong reasons. No, they're not telling us what the sales are right now, and that's not surprising.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet it's in the toilet already?
They're probably pretty far into the toilet.
With
And not even like the fancy toilet like in Japan.
the automatic butt spray.
Yeah. Those exist
I like
in
that
America
reaction.
too, you know.
I know, but it's more common in Japan, I think.
It started in Japan, yeah.
I knew it.
Well, what were those toilets even called?
The butt spray. That's it. That's
Like
just the
those
name.
toilets had a specific name.
Bidet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. sorry. Now I'm thinking about that stupid woolly bidet joke.
Yeah, I think of Critical Role.
Fair enough. And anyway, point is, like I said, they've destroyed any goodwill they had with the consumers. Anything that comes in the future is going to have the stink of these are Shenmue backers. Let's not give them any money.
Boo.
They're destroyed. Their reputation's down, and it's just like how Disney Star Wars started off high and then they started to shit on the fan, collapsed. That's they're gonna go through the same thing. You know, that's such long-term destruction. And I don't care if that sounded wrong. It's true.
Firstly, you cut out, so we didn't even get to hear it.
Hold on. I said short-term gains, long-term destruction.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, did I mention? We talked about Galaxy's Edge.
No, but we can't understand it. What are you saying?
Hold on. I said, remember how we talked about Galaxy's Edge on the 4th of July thing?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, there it is. They're already having layoffs
Oh no.
in the park. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh no.
But this is what happens when you don't. No one's gonna show up. Disney, you're all dumb fucks, and that's saying something.
It's especially saying something when you look over at Universal and how many accidents they have in the park compared to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is more loved? Disney.
Ah, jeez.
But which one actually has swear words? Universal.
And is actually doing well. Oh, look at that! It's Universal.
And Six Flags. Though I
And
haven't.
Six Flags.
Well, I haven't seen a single Six Flags commercial since that old man.
Oh, I love the old man dancing. He's
Yeah.
just so happy.
Yeah.
No, the other thing to mention as well is that there was that whole uh town that happened recently.
That whole what?
There was a fight in Toontown.
Oh God.
Yeah, in front of Goofy's house.
Oh no.
That makes it worse. It was what was it? It was a family and like two. I think it was two different families. I'm not sure, or one family. And one guy was just wailing on like, I think it was his wife and like two other like sisters or something like that. And then another guy gets involved, and it's like, oh my god. And he kept coming back to fight them, even when the fight was broken up. It's like he walks like a full block away, and then turns around and comes back. Oh, it's already gone
Disney,
viral.
where you can watch a fist fight with blood and everything in front of Goofy. Yay!
Exactly.
Come to Disney, where if you see a mascot sitting on the bench, it means the guy inside died.
Exactly.
That's a corpse.
It's so funny, and to make matters worse, like I said, this is bad PR, and Disney's already like shit. Oh man, like, is this the domino effect? Is this the end of Disney, or will this lead to the end of Disney? Survey says maybe.
I want to say I hope so, but then again, like, they do make great movies. Depending on like, it depends. It depends. They've made great movies. Like if you're a little kid, the movies they make are fantastic. If you're an adult, they're shit.
And it's more hit or miss, really.
Yeah.
As of late, like I don't think anyone cared about what is it? I can't even think of a movie. That is how unmemorable it is.
Like, people forgot about Big Hero 6 because they pushed the hype for Frozen, even though Big Hero 6 was a lot more popular.
Yeah, I like Big Hero 6.
I like
it
it
actually
too.
made me feel. It made me feel for a giant doughboy.
A giant marshmallow.
Yes.
It looks like a giant marshmallow. No offense. I have no feelings. So I cannot feel offended.
Yeah. Again, I'm very happy that world got into Kingdom Hearts. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, I watched a stream of Kingdom Hearts 3, and they were in that world. Like, good gods, Hiro could not go 2 seconds without telling you, no, you're going the wrong way, turn around, go to the marker.
Hiro, shut up!
But like,
Just turn.
even the video game version of it all felt and looked really good. Like, you could tell the characters in it were still learning.
Yeah. It felt like, that's a good thing about like Kingdom Hearts. The stories feel like bridges to the movies and to like the next event. And anyway. So yeah, there's that. So speaking of video games, let's talk about boobs. Let's get the negative shit out of the way first, so it doesn't drag everything.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a weird one. So sorry, there's something on my bank account. Give me a second. I need to check something.
Here's my bank account number, Stream.
No. Just talk about boobs for like 5 seconds while I figure this out.
It's very, very hard to sleep on your stomach. Even though it's very, very comfortable.
Jeez. So, as everyone knows, the remake of Final Fantasy VII is being produced, or is being made, as far as I know. I know it was, like, announced years ago. Like, what was that, like 2000 something? I honestly can't remember. Yeah. I want to say like 2015, something like that.
I wouldn't know.
and then like nothing happened, and now it's being done, and that already has begun like it's getting attention. People are like, oh, woo, this is gonna be so interesting, and etc. etc. And people are already bitching about it. The game hasn't even come out, and people are already bitching about it. The fuck people. It's it's just like, don't ruin my fucking childhood. Fuck off.
Don't ruin the boobs.
Exactly. No, my big thing is if they fucking like censor the whole cloud cross dressing thing, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be mad. I'm going to Squeenix and I'm gonna burn the place down. Well, no one's there, but like I'm still gonna burn the office
Do
down.
note that he is joking.
Yes, obviously.
This is our type of humor. This
like,
is very much our type of humor. We are
Yeah.
saying this live to an audience that we're gonna burn a studio company all the way across the pond down. It's our type of humor.
With no one there, like that's the caveat. No one
Yeah.
burned down mysteriously. But
Like, the problem,
no,
like
I
the
said,
problem is, like, they now have a reasonable suspect because you've said it out loud.
uh, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have this stream here. The suspect clearly said he would burn the office down.
I like to present you Exhibit A. Accidentally gets a picture of boobs. Oops. Like, how they have just the painfully fast forward through all the talk about boobs to the evidence.
Yes.
They actually go past it. They have to rewind through even more boobs to get back to it.
Exactly. But no, the point being is that so like I said, as outside of that, everything else you can change whatever the fuck you want. Just do not ruin the dress. I will get mad. But anyway, point being is that as natural, you know, a lot of characters are very interesting. A lot of their designs are very, you know, of the era. You know, when anime was influencing a lot of video game designs.
Yeah.
No one can look at Cloud and say, yeah, I can imagine someone doing it.
Yeah.
With a giant fuck off sword. It's like, no one, you're not convincing anyone, kid. Just stop. But, yeah.
What is it called? What was it called? Man-at-Arms Reforged. They made the gravity hammer from Halo. And it took 2 people to pick it up and swing it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So with that in mind, there is no way somebody could swing that sword.
It's a giant... There is no moving that.
Yeah. I think they did make the sword from Berserk.
Again, it's a giant slab of metal. You're not moving that.
And if it took 2 people to swing the hammer to smash a watermelon like Gallagher, it's gonna be the exact same for the sword.
Yeah, give it to me. I'm sure I could lift it.
Maybe.
But anyway, point is that so like I said, a lot of the character designs and everything are very much of the age. You know, as all games from what is this 1980 or so, 90?
I don't know.
Yeah, roughly around the age when anime actually had teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said it. You know, when anime was good. But anyway. So, here's become the problem. Now, Tifa is infamous for wearing, what is it, a tank top, shorts, and suspenders.
Oh,
right?
her. Yeah.
Yes, her. It's like, we're talking about boobs here. Who do you think?
I was never into Final Fantasy, so I don't know.
Well, basically, you know, she's very perky and etc. So they've added kind of like a training bra underneath her tank top, which I think the original character didn't have. Which again, I'm not bothered by that. Does make sense? You know, when you're going into battle, helping everywhere.
Yeah, like that would hurt.
It is why I don't wear a loincloth everywhere I go. Yeah, let that image burned into your mind.
Right.
Anyway, but as you can imagine, people weren't what is it? And people weren't bothered by that. You know, it makes sense for someone like her to have that kind of thing. And then they started to try to look further by reducing her boobs. The fuck.
Aww.
Exactly. Uh, and then it got only worse, where not only were they going to reduce the boobage, but I'm really pushing the word boob here.
Because they're just so much fun.
Yes, but not only that, they removed uh, the jiggle physics of the boobs. So when she runs or fights or do anything, they're static. And this was what caused people to be like, no, fucking stop.
How much you want to bet a majority of those people also play Dead or Alive? Like, does anybody remember the insane jiggle physics for Dead or Alive?
No, if you wanted to see those go mental, you put your 90.
What?
It's a thing in Dead or Alive where there would be more bounce the older you. And if you really wanted to see some insane bouncing, you put your age to like 990. Or no, 99 years old.
Oh. I just remember, like, hello, Scarlet Speedster, you showed up right when we start criticizing a game about boob physics.
Yes.
Because it's like the dumbest thing in gaming in general. Like, do we want boob physics? Why does there have to be physics? Should we not have it? It doesn't really matter. It's funny.
I don't mind it because I like boobs and I like people. So, it's like, I don't care. I'm fairly certain there's also a camera hidden in there. How did someone put it? They said, conceals the camera.
Yeah.
It conceals it with its curves. I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anyway.
But, like, I remember I was hanging out with my ex, like, back when we were best friends. By the way, he texted me again. He's leaving me alone. He really needs to leave me alone. And send me my fucking Godzilla figurine. Anyway, I remember we were hanging out, and he was playing a game on the Xbox, like the old brick with, like, the green and black. And he told, like, and we're both, like, in 6th grade. We're pretty young at this point. He looks at me, he goes, "You want to see something cool?" I go, "Okay." He turns the character around in, like, the observation mode, like, where you can see the character's new skin. He turns around, the boobs just go flying everywhere. Like, if you give a little kid, like, 2 balloons, and they're holding them by that little, end that keeps it closed, and they just start flailing it about, it was like that! Like, I could almost hear the noise of 2 balloons bapping against each other.
Here we are. So basically, what happened here is that it wasn't the devs who decided this. It was the quote-unquote ethics department.
Oh, good gods.
Ethics department. Okay, so let me rephrase that and give them the more appropriate title. The People Hate Fun department. There we go.
No fun allowed.
Exactly. Huge Zaku just... Anyway. These are the same people, by the way. The same department that tried to censor Devil May Cry's butt shots.
No.
Yeah, they're the ones who added the glow. The unnecessary, distracting, where the fuck is this glow coming from but glow? If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. I can't guarantee you won't see porn. Yeah, just keep safe filter off.
But keep in mind of your age. You shouldn't look that up if you're young.
Of course, we
But
have
if
to
you do
add
look
that
it up while
caveat.
you're young, you're a piece of shit.
No, you're a brilliant little bastard.
But still a piece of shit.
No, but like I said, they're the same department who basically did that, and people aren't happy with the ethics department just kind of butting their heads into something that isn't ethics based. The ethics department should be like dealing with very taboo things like child murder in games. That's
Or
when they should
how
step
about
in.
that one character from that Halo game that was into his own daughter?
Oh yeah.
No.
No, that was SPV3. That wasn't like an official Halo thing.
But still, that's something
Yeah.
to have the ethics department butt into.
Yes,
Ugh.
but this and sexuality. Fuck no. That's what the ratings department is for.
I mean, I find it hilarious that they want so hard to do that, and yet you look over at Nintendo and it's just butts everywhere.
Exactly. It's glorious.
Yes.
But that's my point. So people on YouTube are basically like blasting them, and it's kind of forced the devs to leave Tifa alone as she is, and the ethics department is being blasted again. You see, that's the thing. The moment that they're dragged into the light, the ethics department flees like the roaches they are, and whatever changes are being forced on it suddenly vanishes. But that's not the case here. It turns out YouTube is doing some fuckery. So I want you to do something real quick, HH.
What?
Go to your YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and try to type in Tifa Lockhart, like into the search. Watch what happens.
Tifa what?
Lockhart. Don't put search. Just type it in. And everyone at home, do this too.
Nothing shows up.
Exacta. Now, in Cloud or Cloud Strife or anything like that.
Yeah, he shows up.
Exactly. You see what YouTube's trying to do here? They're trying to make the by not having it there, by making it. Oh look, no, you see, there's nothing about that, and even hide all the negativity. It's the same thing with the Brie Larson bullshit and Captain Marvel.
Okay, yeah, I definitely remember her.
You see, they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to appease a company, and it's failing. People are calling you out on your bullshit.
Yeah.
This is why Twitch is beating you, YouTube, and BitChute, and as well.
A good number of places are beating him. Even Vimeo.
Exactly. That's kind of the point I'm making here. It's eventually, like I said, YouTube's been the king for so long, and people we're sick of your ethics shit. Leave us alone. Let us do what we want, and it just kind of formed.
Yep.
And it's now become a tenuous battle of who can stay on top. Yeah, like I said, things are just changing worse. I love, by the way, this whole thing has stemmed from boobs, by the way.
Boobs.
So yeah, thank you for our boob segment on this show. No, I'm kidding. That's not what our show's about. Trust me. All right. So let's step away from boobs for a second, since we've already kind of covered it all.
You know, it's really hard to do so.
Yeah. Well, it's just, like I said, this is a story that is still changing and is likely to change. And if anything happens, we're going to be there to cover it. But yeah. So let's get into the big meat and potatoes of today, and that is TennoCon.
Ooh. Oh,
So,
boy, where to begin?
yes, here or anyone watch. We play Warframe a lot. We enjoy Warframe. Excuse me. And we tend to like really watch and analyze what comes out. TennoCon is the big everyone who plays Warframe.
It. You're cutting out again.
How am I now?
Keep talking and we'll find out.
All right, I said they come to meet the devs, YouTubers, cosplayers. It's like
It's a big party.
it's like VidCon, except well, it's about space ninjas.
Yeah, VidCon is all about YouTube. This is all about a game that a lot of people love. And it's a free game, too.
Take that, publishers. Eat shit. No, anyway. So yeah, VidCon's not VidCon. Fuck. TennoCon has happened, and it was a big event. A lot of people showed up. There was a lot of impressive cosplay. Unfortunately, I felt a little amongst them. What was it? Like, I think that the big name cosplay or the big characters was the Stalker, the Mag, the Grenier guy. There was a fourth. I'm trying.
There was... Oh, there was Excalibur Umbra, there was Stalker, there was Mag, and then there was the Grenier.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I want to say they stole the show. They looked amazing. Warframe movie when? Could you imagine?
I really wish.
Yeah. DE seems to have an interest in trying it at least. Remember the Opticore prank they just did? That was a movie FX type prop, and I love it. Or the MOA.
I'm still sad they didn't name the MOA.
Yes, it is sad. Well, that's why the fans they will name it for them.
Like when I posted that comment on the video, I got a dozen people telling me what they named their MOA. Yeah, great. I'm talking to the people who made the MOA, not you.
And it's fine though. Like, I'm sure they'll look at them and say, you know what, and I will make it. No. But yeah, so that happened. There was a large panel. I think it was like a total of 8 hours and almost 9.
Yeah.
Good lord. But yeah, so let's talk about what was revealed for TennoCon, and I actually have images for it. That is partially why I have many tabs to say what I intended to talk about. So first things first, the CGI trailer. Holy crap, that was amazing.
Just wow.
So exactly, take all the money. Make movie, please. So, yeah, the CGI trailer was the big thing, and a lot of people were actually speculating, is this a trailer for a Warframe movie? Since the trailer leaked early in the Spider-Man Far From Home lead-up, like, you know, the trailers that lead up to the movie. I think that's what, yeah, the movie trailers, that's what happened, and people thought, is this a movie? What? No, it's just a CGI trailer for the
for the new
Warframe.
like beginning of the game, like when you're new to the game.
Exactly. Actually, should we like watch this as well, since it would be easier for us to kind of like talk? Yeah, it'd be easier than me spamming the chat with 5,000 images. All right, let's get it from DE's page, actually. Less chance of them copyrights.
Yeah.
Versus IGN or GameSpot.
Like, do keep in mind, the person who made the CGI intro was not somebody from DE or from a fan. It was made by a guy, like, from an actual movie director. The guy that made Cloverfield Lane.
Neil Blomkamp?
I believe that is.
If it was Neil Blomkamp, this is
I don't remember. I just remember they made a Cloverfield movie. That's what they kept saying.
No. I'm not like hounding you for it. I was trying to say if it was Neil Blom, the last name, I'm not surprised. He did um, Anthem trailer too. Same kind of style too.
Yeah, but like
In fact, I'm going to search it up.
when it came to that moment, it really opened your eyes to just how many people love this game, and like the types of people that love this game. We literally have somebody from Hollywood, like from that world, who loves and adores a game that is free to play, and that a lot of us think is just like its own little thing that not very many people know of. But then we hear that and go, oh, it's actually very well known. And like...
Yeah, keep talking. I'm just searching.
Sorry, I saw something very stupid.
It's...
And it also kind of blew my mind when it came to Markiplier finally playing Warframe after so long. Because like when I got into Warframe, and then I found Mark, I thought, oh my gosh, why isn't he playing this? He would love it. And then he started playing it, and I don't remember what he said exactly. I think he said like he was aware of it, but he didn't see anything about it, or that he didn't know about the game. And it's
hold on. Okay, no, it wasn't Neil Blom who did the trailer.
Yeah.
It's not him.
It was somebody from Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out who did it, is the problem. Because I'm fairly certain I know who was the trailer. I just can't put my finger on it. Fuck. Alright. There is DE's trailer, or DE's uploading of the trailer. Copy. Just gonna send it to you over here. Alright. There we go. Oh, look at that. No. No. I think we're fine. I'm sorry. I think we will be fine. I should say. What is it? Echo?
Yeah, what?
No, I thought you said something.
No. Oh yeah, there's the
okay.
cinematic trailer.
Yep, right there.
I'll put this in the description on YouTube and in the chat on Twitch.
DE, please don't attack us.
I'm not going to show it on the stream.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke. But anyway, so I'm just going over it. So myself, please kind of opens with some random girl in. I think she's an Austron actually, or is raised in Austron.
Sorry, I inhaled wrong.
You're fine.
I kept mentioning in a stream I was watching yesterday or 2 days ago, and I kept saying, I think this kid is actually a survivor of the colony that's under attack at that current moment. And they couldn't, the person playing the stream couldn't grasp what I was trying to say.
Well, I think at first I actually thought she was the girl from the comic. You know.
Yeah.
I thought it was her at first, but then I remember, wait, that character's blind. Never mind. And she's clearly, like, moving. Like I said, I think she's a Tenno raised by Ostrons.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, oh shit, they're coming after me. I mean, I love the image. I actually was trying to figure out where on Earth this could be. And it's clearly like some sort of swamp or forest. I mean, I love the burning trees. I love it all. It looks great. And oh my god,
The Grenier were terrifying.
the golden eyes, the slow movements. They're just looking, and that is something. They look terrifying, and that is something you don't think about when you think Grenier.
Yeah.
Because we make confetti out of them.
And for the longest time, when I first played Warframe, I did not see blood come out of them when I would kill them. I just saw clear juice, like they were clams or something.
Mm.
I guess it's because, like, before, like, while I was playing Warframe, I was also watching somebody play Alice Madness Returns, and I got to the part where the walrus is eating the clams, and there's just juice spraying everywhere.
Exactly. The Grakan scale, they're comedically oversized.
Yeah.
Like, you saw them, right?
The what?
The Gracadas.
Kinda, yeah.
They're comedically. They're supposed to be a bit smaller than.
Yeah.
We're gonna make them huge.
I don't think it really matters.
I know it doesn't matter, but like
I was watching this in the stream, like during everything in this fight with the Grenier, like everybody was cracking up. Just with like everything that the Tenno was doing when he killed the guy in the background, when all the guns turned to him. Like that pretty much describes Warframe in a nutshell when you're playing. You make one noise, everybody turns to look at you.
Exactly. I will say this: I do find like her going to the temple and offering lotus plants it was very cute.
I wonder how long it took her to get all those.
Well, it looks like the plants are very. I'm not going to say rare, but they're very special, and I assume they only grow in certain places.
Well, in real life, lotus plants only open once every 100 years.
Hmm.
They are extremely rare, and the rarest one of them all is like the black lotus. To the point where black lotus itself, just a piece of the flower, is like $1,000.
Nice. But like I said, the purple is obviously the space mom. I assume that this is like something they do regularly, where they offer, what's the word? I believe like this is something they do regularly, where they offer, tribute to Warframe statues and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think is tradition. Like I think they go to these places and they offer. Here is the bounty of Earth, is a flower. That's what I think it is. Which, if that's the case, that's fine too. So, like I said, I like that image. And then it cut a living Excalibur petting his dog. And the big thing to take away is what we see in the background: the flying Boltors.
Volcor.
Not Bolcor, and they're not.
They're not green, they're gold. Like
exactly, and
they're white and gold. They're gilded. They're Orkin made, and yet the Bolcors we see now are camo and green and not Orkin, Grenier.
It is very nasty. Not kid. That's the big takeaway. I was like, holy shit, this thing's been in service for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
And I'm actually just now noticing that was a corrupted crewman statue that crumbles in the background.
Can you repeat that?
I'm getting to the part where the Grenier have caught up with a girl. They're behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And when it shows the temple crumbling in the past, the statue that we see is a corrupted corpus crewman.
Oh yeah, it's like I'm gonna fast forward ahead because I'm talking about the trailer as I like pause on certain moments.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit more digestive, I suppose. So I'll just fast forward.
It was also interesting to see the Grenier being young.
Yeah, it's a crewman. Well, a Orican crewman, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Dark implications. Very dark. Anyway. So let me just go back to that point. Yeah, the young Grenier are... I'm looking at this one clone, and my immediate thought is, oh no, he's hot.
Oh.
That
Aw.
face.
Ew.
But no, this is like a supermodel's face kind of thing. I'm
Mm.
looking at it, I'm like, the fuck, man, what is this? It's so weird to look at them like as these young, like, you know, we're so used to seeing them old and wrinkled, seeing this like very handsome face. It's so, and that's like semi-normal. That's is very odd because like when you look at your eyes now, it's red and sorry, the white where the eye should be is black, and they just have red pupils. And yet you see this now; it's like a blue hue and then blue irises. It's very weird. Oh, even the
It shows
armor.
you just how deteriorated they've gotten over the centuries.
Exactly, and even the armor is see sections where the Grenier influence is, but it's very clearly Orican in design. The big thing is the weird chest. Like, why is there a plant on the chest? Like, you notice that?
I kind of did.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like, why would the Orican give? Like, we know the Orican. They don't care about nature. They alter it however the fuck they want. So why emblazon the chest piece with a plant? Makes no sense if you ask me. Speaking of which, let's talk about the weapon real quick. So I am going to link here. And let's talk about the Grenier weapon, the Orican era Grenier weapons.
Yeah.
So what do you think that is? The rifle, I should say.
I don't know. It's probably one of the guns that Liam never shuts the fuck up about.
I'm going to say Orican Grakata. Like, this was what the Grakata was before the Grenier, like, made it ugly.
Made it so weird looking.
Yeah, like, I don't we've seen the Braddon, or the Braddon Prime.
Oops.
It,
Nope, wrong ones.
That's fine.
There we
Like I
go.
said, we've seen the Braddon. That is clearly not a Braddon. I will say this: I do like the golden look to the
Yeah.
gun. I like it, though. And while we're at it, the bottom gun or the Void E10 E10. I actually have a theory as to how that's going to work. Like real quick.
Oh.
So, I think go Void in
You're cutting out
Paradox.
again.
Hold on. Hold on. There we go. I said when we go to the Duviri and the wax, I think the gun is completely. I don't think.
You're still cutting out. Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
I heard a beep.
Mm-hmm. How about now? Am I fine now?
Keep talking and we'll find out.
All right. Like I said, I think the mechanisms and everything. It's just that it and how I think the gun works is that the moment you use it or the moment your Tenno has it, you channel void energy into it. Like that's how I think it works, anyways. Design-wise, I should say. And again, it's completely anyway. But to be honest, I just the Excalibur and just
We're
killing
not
those two.
getting any.
Those two.
We're not getting any of that. It's like every second word, it cuts out.
How's that now?
Well, you need to keep talking for us to find out.
I know. I'm trying to fix why it's going mental here. I wish I could just debug the whole thing and just get it fixed in one go. But there's no option. There's no options for that. It's just it. You're doomed or you're not. Yeah. All right. How's everything now? Is it all? Or I should.
No.
I don't know why it's acting up right now. Again, it should not be fluctuating like this.
You're sounding fine now.
I don't know what's going on. Like, it's very unusual right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, if I'm fine now, and if anything changes, like, I'll just change it up. But basically, what I was saying was that the moment, or the bit with just the Excalibur running in, sliding in, and killing those two Grenier in the background, that was hilarious to me. Like the lack of sound for a second, or like the very far away sound, and the one Grenier just standing there like, today's just a regular day. That really made my day right there. Actually, having the Kubro come to your side, that was also very.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of true. It's like what Kubrows do. Like whenever I've to make platinum, I grow a Kubrow. I get the imprints, but I still rank them up to max and send them to Clem since Lotus is gone. But every time I've gone into a mission with them, they get the attention of the enemies and distract them from where I'm at.
Which is useful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Into the trailer as well. I love the Grenier masks. Like how the Orican era Grenier mask was. Again, it seems less aggressive somehow. More gentle.
Yeah.
And the blue just really makes them look a bit more interesting. This was the Grenier was carrying, the weird Orican machine. What do you think?
I got nothing.
I think it was like some sort of seismograph or something like that.
Probably.
I mean, the other two were like carrying rifles, I think, or some sort of like weapon.
Oh, you're talking about that big thing they were carrying out of the ship.
Yeah.
I think, if this is Earth, and if I'm thinking about this correctly, they were going to try and redominate Earth now that Sylvanas has done her deed to regrow the forest and clean it all up.
Likely. The weapon, the other, like I wonder, like those are clearly guns of some sort.
Yeah.
A rocket launcher, maybe heavy gun.
Maybe.
Yeah, I do like how the Excalibur finishes them off too. Very efficient and quick. Smack the first guy with the hilt of the sword and get to work. Poor guy. Oh, even when the last guy turns around, when that knife gets thrown into the head, that was brilliant. Even having the light shut off and everything, we get a good look at what the Orican Grenier were like armor-wise. I like how the armor looks, Like, you can see where the Grenier influences were starting to take effect into the armor,
Yeah.
And plus, it looks like they had a more, like, breathable fabric, too, which I kind of like. It's very interesting.
Like, nowadays they wear some sort of leather or something. But, like, definitely a military cloth, like Kevlar or something.
Yeah. For more. Yeah, and immediately after they're dead, everyone's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, this was not thought out at all. Yeah, but like I said...
Again, like, when you run into a extermination mission and then you realize you're not as powerful as you thought you were, then, yeah, nothing was really thought out.
Yeah, but I do like how they're discombobulated for a second, Excalibur takes the advantage, throws the knife into the first guy, and just rushes it, and just fights his way through. Still using a sword, I might add. And it kind of shows how powerful a Warframe is compared to a regular military. They just don't have any fear of death, and they can really get the job done.
Yeah.
What I also find interesting is we see a female Grineer as well. And like if you pause it at the moment where she's shooting at the Excalibur after he's like kind of cut up the first guy.
Yeah.
Like really look at her for a second. She's complete. Her arms and legs are not cybernetic. She's not humongous compared to the rest of them. She's, quote unquote normal compared to the rest of the group.
Hey, you can see them when it starts up like Volt's point of view. You can see multiples just standing there.
Exactly, and I do wonder what that gigantic thing on her back is. Like that weird tumor thing.
I don't know. I want to say it's a type of shield to protect her from being sniped from behind.
Maybe. Still, overall, it's very interesting to see how a prime Grineer was like. Of course, there's the fighting, just rushing, moving, getting gunned down and pinned. There's one thing about this trailer I don't get. The Kubro knocks over a canister, right? Like a weird tub, and they're all like, "The fuck is that?" And they start shooting. What exploded? Did they actually shoot at a canister?
Yes.
Yes,
Idiot. They did.
It's like, over there, blam. You stupid. I mean, granted, it wasn't red, so they didn't know it was explosive, but still. Yeah. I do find it interesting. Like, the dog is very intelligent. He knows what he's doing. Then there's, of course, the show-off wall run, the Matrix bullet time, and lastly, drop down and use the blade, the Exalted Blade, and just take everybody out. Again, it shows how freakishly powerful a Warframe is, especially when they know what they're doing, and how quickly the tide of battle can turn in their favor. Like, what is this? Like 50 Grineer or so when he's in the air?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, and all that, and he took them all out. That's impressive. Also, that is a very good dog retrieving the knife. That is very cute.
That dog is long gone.
Yeah, it's sad. So, of course,
wonder, if Lotus isn't there when you consign, isn't there at the time, where did the dog go?
Maybe into the wilds. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. To get the Kubrow we have today.
Yeah. Of course, I've cut back to the girl giving the Lotus plants. We go to the mag, flying in the air. And it kind of shows that I don't know what that Arcwing is called. It's the one with like the weird caging around it, you know? I don't know what that one's called.
The what?
It has the weird caging.
I know, but I didn't. I kind of zoned out. What are you trying to describe? Like, what is it?
The Arcwing. The
Oh.
I don't
know. The Amisha, I think.
Yeah.
It's the one that has the nuke that Liam never shuts the fuck up about.
Well, that's the thing about the Amisha I like. This kind of proves that the Amisha isn't from the Ora the Tenno used.
Nope, Elytron. I was wrong. Elytron.
Well, it kind of shows what the Tenno used during the Orokin era, which is interesting. Of course, she's falling down, she's getting shot at, and that's the thing about Mag. People tend to forget she is free.
Oh, dog, go to heaven! Thank you, Ostrich.
And
you're cutting out again.
Sending it back to.
But you're cutting out again. But I think we understand what you're saying. Mag is. Her name is short for magnetism. So, and on that panel, the director, the guy that made the CGI thing, even asked DE, like, could she actually do this? And they said, yeah, she's going to be doing that soon. Okay, so I incidentally revealed an ability she's about to get.
Which, thank God, poor Mag needs a buff.
Yeah, she was my starter frame, and I loved her. Unfortunately, I had to sell the original to actually have room for, I think it was Necros or Necros Prime. And then, like, then I bought her again. Like, I rebuilt her again. Just so I could have the original Mag. And then almost immediately afterwards, I got Mag Prime. I still have Mag. And Mag Prime. I'm not getting rid of her.
Same. I have the mag I built from way back.
Yeah.
Completely powerful. It's just she's been sitting on the back burner for a long time. But if this rework happens, I'm looking forward to it. Still, the amount of bullets she catches and just sends it back to another battalion of 50 again shows how
I like that
powerful.
they use her helmet to show that.
Yes, and just it's amazing. And of course, when the girl comes back to it, we see the reflectiveness. The first real hint that this is the same mag from all those years ago. And lastly, she offers the offering to Volt, and we are shown that Volt was a fast boy.
By having the entire world around him moving in slow-mo to show just how fast he
Well,
can
actually,
move.
the other thing I like about it is that if you look at the trailer slowly, you find out how he's doing it, where the power's being generated.
Yeah.
Arms. The arm things.
The vents on
That
his
is,
arms.
yeah, that's something that I wish DE would kind of show more, like where the power or the abilities spawn from with most of their warframes. Like, show the he's running in, he's actually knocking bullets out, rushing, moving, and the big thing of this segment, we see the Dax in battle. We see
That surprised me, seeing that.
exactly. Not only that, but the other thing to keep in mind is like these Dax warriors are all dressed like Teshin. So the big question is, what is Teshin's real rank? Where was what is his position? Yes. Oh, you still have that.
I actually went to your DA to find it.
Jesus.
You can definitely see the difference between modern Grenier tile sets and back then, because this is an old picture.
Even when the Braddon was once, well, more corpus designed.
Yeah. My
Where
arm.
did they use?
Good gods, my arm.
Go? I've not encountered that glitch ever again. I think DE's gotten rid of it. Weird example. But yeah.
Ostrich is mentioning something about Wukong. You can actually see it with Wukong when summoning the Iron Staff. He claps his hands together and separates them. There is a hole in each of his palms. Yeah, like some warframes you can see where where the energy is generated. Like
Exactly. Oh, excuse me. Exactly.
with Frost, it's his shoulders.
Yes. That's all I can say. Yes.
With Ember, it's her arms.
Yeah, and like I said, when they show where the power is generated from, it's very. Man, so I've theorized that the Dax or the Dax we see in the trailer are actually they're not. They were part of the what is it? I think they were always part of the. Just that their position was changed. I think they used to be honor. This particular group might have been honor guards, and when the Empire fell, or when the Tenno Rebellion betrayal was happening, I think they were changed to like field commanders. Just like with Star Wars and the clones and the Jedi. You have these elite warriors leading their forces into battle, and really just kind of cleaving the way, I should say. Still, the way they fight, the use of the Nakanas, really shows how mighty these guys were, how much they trained, and yet even so, these warframes are outdoing them. in every possible sense. Like they get in a few slashes and then they get brought down by Excalibur. Oh, even the throwing of the sword into the other guy. I love that bit. That to me is
Like,
the
a
epitome.
lot of people really liked Mag's, like, denial during that scene, where she just pulls the guys out of the ship, like, nope, you're coming back.
Exactly. Even when, sorry, it's still amazing. It's still impressive. You don't feel bad about the Dax, like, oh, getting brought down by these individuals. And then, of
Yeah.
course, you have the brief moment of Grenier, and then immediately you have Mag just. And by the way, this is like showing you magnetism can really be like the sound of bones cracking and the bodies falling. Again, that puts context into how fucked up this ability is.
That's why I love her.
And yes, yeah, and of course, pulling, like I said, the denial, the troops getting slashed, and watching all of them just evacuating the planet. It's amazing. You see the bulk horse trying to leave. You see Orican ships just flying away. By the way, the same ships that the same derelict ships. By the way,
Yeah.
a nice touch too. I might add. I love seeing these ships actually fly away.
How do
Excalibur
you
with
fight
his
a
oak.
magic swordy boy, a crushy girl, and a speedy shocky boy?
Exactly. you don't.
These three specific individuals won the war. They were the only ones fighting.
Jesus, I could imagine. How I love the falling Volcor thing. That is, and again, it kind of puts context into how long this debris has been here too. Again, really amazing. Actually, another fucked up thing when you're watching all the ships leaving, there are some people still alive down there.
Yep.
It's kind of horrifying too. Like there's one Grenier like kind of dragging himself away, and the one guy next to the remains of a ship just reaching out like, "Please come back, save me." It's like, oh, I feel horrible now. What have I done?
But then, like, the Tenno just thunk, fell asleep. Like, oh, we're spared. Let's go take their stuff.
Yeah, because if you actually look at the end of the trailer when they're statuified, their stuff is not there. They stole it. It's like, fuck you, I'm taking this. I'm using
My
the
stuff
stick.
is fucking stolen.
The moment they wake up, it's like, where's my shit?
Dude, where's my car?
Exactly. But this is interesting. How they shut off and stay there.
Mm.
Why? Like, what will be the effects of Warframes being left out of the cryo? Like, this is clearly supposed to be the new introduction to Warframe, right? The new intro quest. So the question kind of becomes,
stiff as hell.
like, I want to see what happens, like, the moment the Warframes wake up and they're walking. Like, are we going to see, like, the crust of ages past break off and, like, maybe expose bone or something like that? Skin's broken, the muscle is rotted, but they're just starting to come back online.
I think they're going to look a bit like that aged infested from the derelict. Where it's more solid wood by that point. So when you first wake them up and they start moving, they're gonna be cracking and creaking for a little bit before it like revitalizes.
Yeah, we see that in the that poofs of mist of nothingness. And the Green Arrow standing there like, where is she? What is this place? That slowly coming in. I do like that one of the Grenier, you can see his face and you can see how much they've aged between past and present. I really like that. It's a nice touch. I even like the little like lights he has around the face too. Actually, that's a callback to the original Dark Sector. They used to have that too. Like there was actually a light system behind the helmet.
Ostrich actually has a good point.
Mm.
When we were talking about how they're stiff and not very strong when they first wake up, maybe that's why it takes us time to learn their abilities Like, each time we get to the level where we learn their abilities, our body is a lot less stiff and sore from being asleep for so long.
Well, that could work too.
Yeah. And, like, by the time you get to the level where you unlock all four of your abilities, you're just fine. It's just like a slow, agonizing trek to get to full power.
Yes. Well, actually, if you slow down a brief moment when Fist, you can see of decay and rot kind of break off,
Mm-hmm.
which I like. Again, it shows like how powerful, how the Tenno are waking. Again, very nice. And like I said, this it's something of the gods amazing, and I love every second of it. I really do. And I just can't wait to see where. Like, I want to play this, and here's the other thing to keep in mind as well. I am that we're going to see these Prime Grenier. Vince, they're going to be in the game. Sorry, if I cut out there.
No, you're fine.
Right, but like I said, I'm convinced we're going to see these because the weapon's already like being shown for the game, and we know DE they don't like make something for the trailer and they'd never use it again. So again, Prime Grenier, let's go. I want to see where this goes. And of course, having some people pulling models because woo.
that's like that's the big thing. Just pulling
Yeah,
models
for
from
me,
people.
Mhm. Another thing they showed off at TennoCon. Yeah, we're getting back to that. Wukong Prime.
Yeah, mine finished
I'm
building this morning.
oh good. I'm kind of surprised we're getting a Prime version of the monkey.
Yeah, but this means that Ivara is coming up quick.
Eh, eh.
Like, I'm well aware that there's likely another Warframe before her, but she is
So,
coming up very quick.
well, this is kind of a thing with DE. They have a list of primes, but they've been known to move frames around for other frames if they've got something more complete for it,
Yeah.
or if they had a trailer for it. Back when they did lore trailers before Hydroid destroyed everything.
Well done, Hydroid.
Yeah. So there we
I
go.
still remember like all the theories people would make, like especially when not Ivar, when Valkyr Prime came out,
Mm-hmm.
and like we noticed the devices attached, that like the corpus we're using. Golden Monkey Boy, yee. He's very pretty.
Well,
He also has a
he's
very
a,
long tail. Like it's actually touching the ground.
well, that's something I've noticed that Wukong's design has changed between Prime, regular to Prime to, and that is again, it's very representative of the legend behind the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't mind. Obviously the deluxe is when he's under the mountain, the Prime ascends to heaven, or the heavens, or the court of heaven, and then the Prime version is just regular version is just him as the Monkey.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not bothered. I actually like it. Yeah. So there's that. Along with a few like other Prime weapons, like a Prime crossbow and everything. So that's also happening.
The deluxe is even more monkey. Yeah, he does not have those weird clown shoes. That was something I liked. He does not have the weird clown shoes.
The clown shoes, again, I think is a direct result of the Chinese,
I know.
which again, I feel so sorry. Like, I know they wanted to make it alike, but they wanted to make it clown shoes. They got fucking weird.
And the deluxe is even more monkey. Yeah.
So that happened. Then we got introduced to our two new primes, Gauss and Grundle.
I love Grendel. I'm
I
so
find
happy that we finally have a fat Warframe.
it. Oh Lord, he coming.
Yeah. Like, I talked with my brother. I think I've mentioned this once before. Uh, he asked me what point in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, did I realize that shit was going down. I said very seriously, straight-faced, when Godzilla started running. 'Cause you know shit's going down when a fat man starts running.
Exactly.
Especially when they're angry. So when it came to the show off, like when they were showing off Empyrean and it shows Goss, I love the well-timed fiddle music when he caught the fish. When we see him running during the mission, I knew shit was going down.
Yeah. So let me. Well, sorry, I can't find anything better for these two.
Yeah,
So sorry,
it's alright.
folks. I find it weird that they named him Grendel, though. That's Beowulf. And Grendel is this. Grendel's a big, muscular monster, though. That's the thing.
His appearance changes based on like the story interpretation.
Oh, but
What?
the most common one is. Sorry, I said obviously, but the most common one is typically
Yeah.
a
Like, the
like.
CGI Beowulf movie, he was disgusting.
Well, he was a malformed.
Yeah.
But most Grendel things typically, or sorry, most legends that depict have him like I've noticed something interesting that most of them depict him as having very small legs, but so that's like one of the most common depictions of the creature. And obviously in legend, Grendel is Beowulf and that killed. Which if you like when people like the reason why he would have died from that is kind of sad. Because we know that arms carry a lot of blood and nerve endings, so the poor thing must have bled out to death in pain. Fuck, now I'm depressed.
I think they're mostly calling him Grendel because there is one description of Grendel where he is the devourer of humankind.
Could also work.
Like that, and he's a creature of evil, exiled from happiness, cursed by the gods, destroyer and devourer of humankind. Grendel is based off, like design-wise, he's based off of an Oni from Asian mythology, and
Japanese mythology.
you actually do find them in China as well.
Oh, true, but they're
Yeah,
more
but
prevalent. Go on.
oh, he's supposed to be I think they're just going off of basic description. He looks like an Oni, but they're using Grendel to emphasize the fact that he is destructive. He devours things. He's evil. So they're combining the evil of an Oni and the evil of Grendel and putting it together for this.
Exactly. In fact, if you look at his Grendel's deluxe stuff, or Oni culture as well. The ruffled, which is like what was it? Typically,
The
wear,
furry
like,
cape that they usually wear, and also
exactly.
the spiky bat they're known for.
Exactly.
Spiky club.
Which I design. It's very interesting. It's very Grenier inspired.
Yeah.
Like the whip I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh god, so you think he's from like a Steel Meridian story?
If he is, I'd be happy to see it.
Yay, because I remember them talking about wanting to do that.
Yes, please.
But
and
yeah,
go ahead.
What Oster said about Gauss.
Mm-hmm.
Gauss is a unit of magnetic induction, so he's supposed to be jet powered, apparently. But like during the exact same scene where Grendel and the others are having to help their friends up in space, it's like Battle of Endor or some shit. I love that description too. And then like immediately afterwards, I sent Rev a very, very acid trip inducing video of Ewoks. That was such a weird video. I watched it.
So much screaming.
Yeah. But we saw Goss. Like everybody got onto a K drive and went across the lake.
Mm.
And like K drives are very fast. They're able to get you over the lake without you touching it. Goss ran on the water like Jesus.
Exactly. He went feast.
Yeah, he ran on the lake.
Yes, and that's the thing. So Gauss is very interesting. Design-wise, unusual warframe, more mechanical than others.
A lot of people are saying that he's the new Volt, but I don't think that's what it's gonna be.
It's not fair, really.
Like, Volt is named specifically because he uses lightning. Yes, he can move very, very fast, but that's not what he's known for. He's known for, stunning enemies with electricity. He's known for clearing out entire rooms, creating shields made of hard electricity and static. He generates a lot of damage through static motion. Gauss is just very, very fast.
Exactly, and I don't know what his powers are going to be like. Aside of being fast, obviously.
Personally, I think like the moving bits on him have to come into account. Oh look at that, there's the Tenacon full stream right there. When he's standing still, technically, there's bits on him that are moving still, generating energy, kinetic energy. And I have no doubt in my mind, these bits that are moving on him are specific metals. If you rub them together, it creates a magnet.
Mm.
And through this, it keeps him able to go fast, no matter what it is. It keeps him going, gives him energy, pumps him up.
Mm-hmm. Here's a thought. Go ahead. Say your thing.
I honestly do not think he's going to be another Volt. Like, they're even comparing him to Nezha, because Nezha runs really fast.
Well, he slides super all over the place.
Oh, he runs very fast, too.
True.
Ostrich and I can confirm that. That was the best night ever.
But this is the thing. I think that here's an honest thing. Looking at these two, I think maybe they are part of Syndicate quests. I think Gauss is Parent Sequence created.
Mm-hmm.
Steel Meridian created. I don't think you're going to be forced to. If you're high enough standing, you can do this quest. The Quills and the Mask of the Revenant. Come on, let that happen.
Apparently, New War is coming out for Christmas.
Oh, good. Let's see. I think one of Gauss's abilities is going to be a sonic punch, like going really fast and just punching someone, and they just explode into viscera, or just get sent flying into the void, like something out of Smash Bros. Yeah. Or maybe he is so fast he just hits his enemies, explode into like piles of guts and gore.
I can't wait for the horses, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, we'll get into that in a moment.
I'm excited for these two, especially Grendel.
Yeah. So let's get into some. It's like, oh Lord, he coming. You know that's going to be a running guy.
Oh yeah. But like, here's something people should probably know. Hildren. We all know Hildren. We all love her, especially Red and I.
Yeah, super buff girl.
Yeah. So Dash Billy like Zephyr, maybe. When you look at Hildren from the front, we see a mildly curvy, buff woman. Like, she's. I can't gush about her right now. I gotta be serious here. I love her that much. But when you turn her to the side, she's got a belly. She is buff, but she's like the healthy kind of strong.
Yes.
Like she has the appearance of abs. She doesn't actually have abs, because that does not mean strength. But she is chubby. And I love that. They actually did some research on that. Like, did you know
Oh,
that the
oh,
strong...
hold
What?
hold on. I need to do this.
Okay. Yeah. What the fuck is this? But, like, did you know that the strongest woman in the world, not Zarya from Overwatch, the strongest woman in the world is really, really fat?
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. But
This is
but she is really strong and respectable in that case. I believe one of
this
the...
is why I
Hmm?
go ahead. What I was going to say is that I'm on a similar thing. I have extremely strong limbs, yet round center.
I'm rather weird. Like, my arms are not very strong because I'm an artist, but my legs are dangerous. Like, very, very dangerous. I get it from my mom, apparently. But,
Hmm.
yeah, I was never joking when I would mention that I have a killer kick. But anyway, one of the stories about the strongest woman on Earth is that she got into a car crash. And she got herself out by grabbing the steering wheel, which was, like, crushed against her chest, and physically pushing it off. Like, she manipulated the car to get out with her own hands. That is fucking amazing. But, like, all these people from Warframe are freaking out about Grendel because, like, yeah, we finally have a fat Warframe. Motherfucker, we've had one. You just didn't care.
Yes, and I can already hear everyone.
Yeah.
So that's that. Hold on, I think. By the way, can I? It's still part of TennoCon. This guy who came up on stage.
Metal bending.
Yeah.
Him. Oh god, it's that guy. Yeah.
Like,
With
is,
the dead
is this
Grenier in
gonna
the
be
background.
a character? No. This is honest question. Like, do you think he will be like, you know what? Let's make this guy actually in the game because he just looks so out of place, but also in place for Warframe.
How would you want to bet? Like, I really think they would. Like, last second addition to Duviri Paradox, they add that.
That guy
Just,
on somewhere.
they're not even gonna give him a name, they're just gonna call him that guy.
A legend within the void.
I loved his mask, though.
Oh yeah, that is impressive. Like, this is why I love the Grenier like design. It's the mask and it looks amazing.
With a dead Grenier in the background.
The poor guy's like, if I play dead, he won't notice. The poor guy. I feel so bad for him. I really do. Oh man, I hope he comes back though. Like, if
Yeah.
he survives this, I hope he comes back.
If he comes back, he needs to do some changes to his costume. Dear gods. But, like,
Breathable fabrics, my friend. They are your friend.
definitely. Name him Das Gaius. Oh, that's cute. But, like, this is why... going completely left field with this one. This is why, people in the furry fandom... Like, you have to be you have to have some respect to the people that are willing to wear fursuits. Like, yeah. It's weird. It's very weird, just because of, like, the stigma people put on it. But you have to understand that the people who are wearing those fursuits are actually putting their lives on the line to enjoy something.
Yes.
That suit is not breathable at all. It's hot. It's very, very hot. It's confined. You're compressed and restricted. You can't do very much. Like, you're on a timer, and that timer is how long you can go until you have a heat stroke. Like, these people are putting a lot of risk into enjoying something, and that's, I hate to say it, but that's what these 4 cosplayers up there, Umbra, Stalker, Mag, the Grenier, that's what they're doing. Because what they're wearing is not breathable at all.
Yeah, I admire them,
Yeah.
but also I'm worried for them. It's like, please be okay. The
Like when
costume is great.
I was talking with everybody like in the clubhouse while I'm watching this, going, they really need to put a fan up there. Those guys are heating up. My
Yes,
favorite part is when Umbra stood up.
exactly. He's just, I'm done.
Like I was surprised. He's very very tall.
Oh yeah,
But my favorite cosplay had to be Lotus Prime.
because we need a new mom.
No, because the potato.
No, no, the way she
Because we
like
need a
so
mom, yeah.
deadpan. Yeah, and then of course, like Quiet Shallow edited in the bit of, well, I guess I'm dead,
Still, like
which I feel
the
kind of
potato.
was quite good.
Yeah.
Right.
Ember Prime was my favorite, but I loved Lotus Prime just for the potato.
Let's see. Yes. Getting into what else was shown off. A few deluxes.
Mm-hmm.
2 to be exact. Three. I forgot Ivara.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Hold on, let me find her real quick. I just saw her. Hold on. Do not cloak on me. She's just hiding, like, actually. No,
Like,
I'm hiding. Yeah, so here we go. So we've got a few deluxes. So, right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, you want to fucking go? The guy says, like, oh yeah, no, wait, no, never mind, I'm gonna go. Bye.
So we've got the Ash Deluxe.
I love this deluxe skin.
Didn't we already have an Ash Deluxe? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Right. But this is better. I'm okay with this. This looks Auric. Hints at like Oregon spycraft. I like it.
I get like vibes of a more grim, dark version of the Mummy crossed with Destiny.
Yes. Again, if the theories I'm doing are true, we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that. We've got the concept for the next Excalibur Deluxe, which again, I think is something out of Duviri. Like this is a being that.
I love this person's work. They're doing such a great job.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm convinced that this Excalibur is from Duviri. Like this is within that from ours. I'm willing to go there. Like I said, I'll explain later in terms of like why that is with the design and everything. So there's that. By the way, the feet are so like you see that, right?
Or what?
Look at the back of the feet.
Oh, they have little spiky heels.
Yeah, but I think like as soon as something like
you're cutting out again.
I said I'm convinced that when he climbs, he extend out. You know, like
yeah.
He even has
their braces. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a little. He has Velociraptor claw.
I like that.
I just noticed that.
I like that. When they showed this artwork, one of them asked, "Are we gonna get the pipe or not?"
And the ID's like, "Should we?" I hope we do. I like it. And kind of show us how these things breathe too. Yeah. And lastly, Ivara Deluxe. I almost said Prime. Fuck. It's the colors. That's what makes me think it's Ivara Prime.
You almost made a mistake of saying Deluxe instead of Prime that time.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
What makes.
I am very excited for this.
I'm okay with it. Like I said, this looks more Duvari inspired. So, again, let's see where this goes.
You know, with how many people talk about Warframe feet in the community, I'm starting to wonder if the community has a foot fetish. It's because, like, you're getting these weird alien-looking Warframes, and they have high heels. Or a weird alien Warframe, and they have human feet. Like, my biggest problem is Oberon having high heels but still having hooves somehow, and Nidus. Especially Nidus. Like, you can see he has paws, but he has high heels as well. Like, the only time we get a change is when not a partner, when a deluxe skin or a Tenno-made skin comes out, then you get the really weird designs, and they're fantastic.
All right, and the Trinity Deluxe as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which, she looks like some sort of demon satyr.
I believe she's based off of a shrine maiden.
I'm saying more like demon satyr because of the horns and the cloven hooves. Like, look at that.
Oh, the Titania Deluxe.
Oh, Titanics. Cloven hooves.
Yeah, it's because Titania and Oberon, husband and
Are
wife.
of nature. I know. This really makes her look more demonic fairy.
She looks a bit more like a very fluffy moth now.
Yeah. Kind of.
I'm still
Would
more
you like to
interested
take
in the Avara skin, though.
Fair enough. Would you like to take some cloven hooves? Sorry. Anyway. So there's that.
See, she even has high heels. What the fuck?
I think that's more for stability.
I mean, Oberon's like special skin does not have heels at all, and it has hooves.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Like I said,
we have like Trinity just having needle points for feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so tired of the heels for every single Warframe that has an odd foot.
Fair enough.
This is why I really like Nezha's deluxe skin with like the weird feet and the coin. But guys, I think he also has heels.
They are working on a Nezha, which looks more mechanical. Again, I'm fine with that. What else is missing? I think that's everything, deluxe-wise. So I guess now we move into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing.
Nope, the Empyrean skin does not have a heel. Thank fucking God.
And that is, well, actually...
I know.
So,
I know what the origins of heels were. I'm just very tired of them.
mm-hmm. Right, so here's an idea. So moving right in, we've also got... The new war is already... the trailer for the new war dropped, and good lord, it's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
The system is fucked.
Yep.
So, hold on, let me see if I can find some stuff. So, basically, are now moving. The time of preparation is we have our weapon, the Sentient Slayer, the Peristesis. We have, what is it? We have Umbra. We are ready to fight them, and they have already launched the attack. They have sent out, I don't even know what to call those things. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Scouts?
I think they're portals.
Those sentients that deploy portals.
Yeah, those horrifying things. I'm going to nickname them for now spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what they do is they rip open their own chests and create a portal, allowing more sentients to spawn in. I think they've discovered how to use the void, at least in short intermary spurts, to send out troops.
Yeah.
As of right, the current attack site is Earth, a few ships in the system, and Mars. Just as I feared, they're heading for them. They know about the Eidolon. They know about Kuva. They're heading to Earth first.
Let's also not forget Jupiter and what's going on there. And how
Exactly.
Even before the Robolas showed up, you could see a sentient hanging out there.
Right. They're slingshotting from Earth, and they're bypassing the system, the rail system. They're going straight for planets. They don't needed apparently. That said, let's also mention some of the news if I can find a few of them.
I'm just gonna stay
Because I
on
know.
Var Deluxe because I'm excited for it.
Excuse me, sorry. Sitting on my own leg for a bit. Um, I'm trying to find the some of the sentience DE showed off. The only one I found is this weird motherfucker. I don't even know what to call this thing. Ow.
Hey, look, hey, look, it's the guy that sits around masturbating all day long.
Uh,
Kitty land.
I'm going to call this the fiddler crab.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
So, from what we've seen, the giant arm is some sort of weapon. Like it's not just death. Obviously, it's also like a circle fires like energy bolts at you. Which, again, holy shit, that's concerning. Just, phew. I think it also doubles as a shield.
Very likely.
Yeah. Again, I like the design. It's different from the other sentients we've seen, uh, other forms that we've seen as of late. It's a good change. Let's see. The trailer also very tall, unusual sentient, very humanoid. Sadly, there is no full body image of it. This is the only thing I could find. What? Okay, theories. What is this thing?
What the hell?
Yeah, you know this one. At the end of the trailer when it's walking.
I didn't see that.
It's right at the end of the trailer when the new war banner ends.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I don't know what trailer you're talking about. I really don't. I saw the concepts that they had, but I didn't see the trailer.
Alright, hold on.
Wait,
I'll go get
are you
it.
talking about like? No, that's just Lotus and her mom.
No, it's a different one.
Oh, so there was a new one. So yeah, I didn't see the new one.
Yes. But I did. Mother! What's your-
Oh boy.
Oh, but. Oh, jeez.
Oh, there's likely supposed to be dialogue at the beginning, but I have it muted.
Yeah. Basically, Lotus is explaining that we're coming, we've launched the attack. Well, actually, mostly it's just Grenier panicking. Like, we don't know what's out there. What is that? What is that? You know? Like, you're going to see for a second why these spikes are so dangerous. Like, they do not give a fuck what they go into or what they collide with.
Yeah.
Also kind of shows the scale of these giant spikes, too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I feel so bad about the Tusk Grenier just watching. It's like, oh, what is that? Oh, no. Sorry. Excuse me. My nose is itchy. Ah! Something to keep in mind, I suppose. But yeah, like right at the end of the trailer.
Oof. Dear Lord.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly curious about this creature, this sentient at the end.
You
What?
oh, do you think this creature is what we saw Revenant trying to? No, this thing's new. Never mind.
It's it's too small to be the creature Revenant was fighting.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. What is that? What would why would the sentients create such a thing?
Let's see, long arms, long limbs, high position,
No weapons.
no weapons. I think it's their idea of a heavy unit fighter. I don't know.
Well, it clearly killed the Grineer Tusk,
Yeah.
so it has to. I think it's a brawler. I think it just grabs and snaps limbs off.
I think of the tripods from uh,
War of the Worlds.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can see it. So those are some of the new sentients. There are like sentient concepts, but they haven't really shown them off too much outside the filler crab sentient at the moment. Let's see. The map for the new war is very. I'm gonna be honest. It looks like it's something out of Doom Eternal, and I love it. Just the way it looks, how everything's set up. I'm like, yes, please. I want to run through this, and I want to kill things. It looks just so fantastic, if you ask me.
I looked at all the images of the talent system and thought, oh, Doom.
Exactly. It's like, oh, this perfect. Where's the Slayer when you need him?
Well, first I thought Doom, then I thought Xenomorph.
Also,
And then I went back to Doom.
Mm-hmm. Well, more H.R. Geiger, I suppose.
Yeah, Geiger.
Yeah. Fuck, now I'm depressed. Well, fuck! No.
Fuck.
So, like I said, it looks great. The maps are very much unusual. I'm convinced that you're going inside a sentient. Like, this is a living, not really breathing creature.
Yeah.
Can't wait to fight it. Really can't. I'm going to own this bitch.
Oh god, how am I gonna word this? You confront the Lotus during the new war, and she just taunts you, and you just look at her dead eye and go, I was inside your mother.
Exactly.
I went inside your mother and wrecked her.
Yes. Perfect. So there's that. Let's see what else. So we've talked about the new war. Right, Duvari and final. Oh wait, before I forget, they are also finally bringing something that's been promised for years. Sentient weapons.
Yay! Yeah, because like when you kill a sentient, their limbs glow so you can pick them up, but you can't.
I'm hoping that you don't like have to sacrifice your Warframe's limbs for this. I really hope
we thought that the sacrifice meant we would chop off our arm for a sentient weapon.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Actually, if you look at the arm, that's how it's powered. Huh. Awesome. Maybe it is just a thing you put your arm in and then shoot things.
Looks at Lotus, I killed Grandma.
Exactly. You're next.
I liked the voting that Reb did on the stage. Like, spare Lotus, silence. Kill Lotus, cheering.
Cheering. It's like, well, I'm dead.
That lets you know just how much damage Lotus has caused by turning against us.
Yes, but I do feel sad. It's like if we have the option to save her, I'll do it. Maybe.
But you have to keep in mind that what Lotus has done is damaging.
True.
Like, truly damaging.
Let's see. Right. Yep, true. So let's get into that. Is finally we see Railjack, and oh my god, this has been my favorite thing in the entire event.
Good times.
Yes.
Ostrich and I love that guy. Good times.
The Kuva Lich. I'm convinced it is from Star Wars. That it sounds too similar to be coincidence. Especially when he says torpedoes. In fact, I have the Kuva Lich right here. So I love the interior route. it is. I'm like, yes, thank you. It's an actual space. It isn't just it isn't like the Lisette, like it's a very small space. It's an actual like walk around. This is your personal ship kind of thing.
Ye-
And I was like, thank you. And the fact you have a crew too, I was like, oh hey, this is fun. Like it isn't just what is it? It isn't just Tenno. It's like Solaris, uh, rail agents, parent sequence. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
I like that part where you get like different people to join your crew. I
Yeah,
personally thought of Mass Effect, weirdly enough.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like this ship is the. Go ahead.
you're not just having no named blank faced operatives like you see in the relays. You're getting people from races that you have met and either assisted or yeah, basically who you have assisted. Like you have Solaris people, you have operatives from your syndicates as well. You have I forget if they had Ostrons there as well.
And they mention Ostrons, but I don't think.
Yeah, Clem main gunner, dude, he's gonna shoot at everything.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Clem, please. Like I said, I love the entire ship. How open it was. How I could like sit in and be at peace with everything for a moment. And Cephalon Psy. Oh my god. He sounds like that drill sergeant time, but wants you to succeed.
I thought of the robot from Lost in Space,
Also him.
like the 1990s version.
And my favorite bit in that whole trail or that whole reveal game, when when the Grenier board the ship, he immediately says like, boarding party, small arms, get these amateurs off my ship. Like the sheer amount of vitriol he had was like, okay, I want to make him happy.
Like I like that he's a complete opposite of Ortis. He is very very serious about everything he's doing. Like he doesn't crack jokes. Like he's aware of what they're doing. He's very serious about it. You can have Grenier if you're assuming course. Possibly. Possibly. I would rather have some Solaris people because they're very nice. And I feel bad for them.
Likewise. And that's the thing I love. I love just it's set up, everything is happening. And like I said, Sai is a very welcome addition. Even when things are going south, he still keeps a calm, level head.
Yeah.
And keeps us on track. Hell, my favorite bit is when the void is coming, when the void storm happens, and he basically, just says, "We needed that target dead yesterday. Let's go."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it."
I still want the big question is like who is gonna play what role on the ship though? Because at one point, Liam and I said that we would be the people that would board the ships and stuff like that because that's what we do. Like, I'm Avara and he's Ash half the time. But now that I saw the reveal and stuff like what they were doing, I'm not so sure about any of this anymore.
Exactly. No, my favorite bit is you can board other ships and take them over. That to me was like, yes, this is winning. And not only that, I love how the ships look, how different the Brit. In fact, here, I found this. How.
Ostrich, could I trade Ortis for this guy? He's talking about Cephalon Psy. And
Yeah,
it'll get awkward if I get on Snow's ship and there's new Loka people. Kinda killed a ton of them. Their fault, though. I happily accept the role of gunner. Yeah, you can definitely have that role.
But like I said, the interiors of the ships are so different from one another. Like the Tenno ship is large, but very technologically advanced with strange devices. The Grenier ship is small, cramped, mechanical, and clearly not suited for comfort. It's just you're expected to do a job, so goddamn do it. That's what it feels like, and I like it. Like I said, I love the boarding aspect. I was like, fucking yes, let's go. I'm doing this. I'm taking all these ships. I don't care if we can't keep them. They're all mine.
What sucks is like I put on a I want to say a brave face, but nobody can really see my face. Like I put on like a mask when it comes to like Arcwing. I actually can't stand doing Arcwing. It makes me sick. So I can't be the pilot and I can't be the gunner.
But that's the interesting thing. When the ship is like, okay, when you're on the sections that require you to be moving, right? You know,
Yeah.
everything like there's windows, I should say.
Yeah.
Everything's moving. But when you're inside the ship, away from the windows, nothing's moving.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
all straight. And I was like, holy crap, that's actually kind of fun. I like it.
You know that by the time Imperium comes out and we all get our own ships, the amount of times we'll be singing Star Wars will increase, right?
I know. This is something else. Even though we're all going to get our own Imperiums, like the says, I think only a clan will have access to one at a time. Like, there will be the player ones, but then there will also be the clan one.
I think when it comes to, like, clans, we get to switch out which ones we want to use.
Yeah, like
yeah,
if one
set. So, like, let's say Friday, we all play, I almost said Star Wars. We all play Warframe. We have a choice of either your ship, my ship, or Eli's ship, because I have no idea where Equinox went.
Mm.
But, like, it's Friday, we do, like, fucking, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors, see whose turn it is today. And, like, the next day, we go with my ship, and it's just, like, blindingly green.
Oh, why would you do this?
Because I like green.
Why would you do that?
Well, actually, I would probably make the interior a very dark green with, like, black. And then, like, the exterior just blinding. It's like, we're so stealthy, they're never going to see us. Bing!
Exactly, just obnoxiously green ship out in space.
Like, currently, my Lisette is, it is a Zephos, it is a, Millennium Falcon, pretty much. But it's multicolored, because it has a skin on it that makes it, I think it's like one of Barrow's skins that he gives you. But it makes it look, oh, what's the word? When you pick up a beetle and you see its shell changing all those different colors as you turn it around.
Yeah.
That's what my ship looks like. It's multiple colors, but it's beautiful. And I'm never going to change anything about my ship. I really hope that we get something like that for the Empyrean.
Likewise. Beyond that, like I said, the Empyrean is very interesting. Let's see what else. So that's happening. The conflict, again, the space battle looks good. It's stable and everything. Moving, going to derelicts, gathering resources, also effective. The big takeaway from Empyrean, of course, was going after the Kuva Lich and seeing how the battle was established. And it's amazing. Flying in space, destroying ships, clearing a path, then having, the Lich basically being like, okay, they're in activate the disruptor field. And then from the ground, have a team basically have a scanner active. That's basically
like listening to a CB radio.
Exactly. It's like, hey, we need help. They've got a disruptor on the planet. And then they accept it, like, oh, I see the disruptor. We're going in.
Yeah, this was the part we were talking about earlier when it came to Grendel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we had the fishing team, which are the people on the ground, and then we had the space team. It was battle on Endor for these guys.
Yeah, and what I like is that it's not only you have, it's a risk to fly into the disruptor field and lose everything. It's also like this giant battle situation, like on the ground as well. I think, and this is what I think is going to happen. It's likely gonna change from between. Excuse me, 1 second. Hold on. There's something going on. 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm just glad there's no such thing as like Ewoks in Warframe. I almost want to link the Ewok video I was talking about, but it's so acid trip inducing it might not be a good idea. Let me increase that. There we go. Take up the entire screen. You know what, Ostrich? You can happily take Gunner. Happily. I can't do that. I used to, not anymore. I think I would rather take the job of being the security guard on the ship, or just plain infiltrating. Because if I remember correctly...
I'm back.
Hi. If I remember correctly, during the Empyrean display that they were doing, there was a Wukong running around beating the shit out of enemies that got on board.
Exactly. That's, they can board your ship too.
Yeah.
They didn't show what would happen if the Grineer or any boarding team got a hold. I hope it's not like destroy. Now you have to rebuild like case.
I think it's more. I think what they're likely going to do is they're going to eject you out of the ship, and then you have to get on your Arcwing to get back on.
Likely.
And fight your way to take control.
Yeah. Like I said, the ground battle.
Yeah.
Change. I think that because we saw it was very easy, very quick. They destroyed the disruptor field very quickly. I think what's going to happen is in the future it's going to be a bit more difficult. I think that there's going to be more Grineer. What's the word? More defenses, more attack points. You know,
a lot stronger enemies and a lot more obstacles to get through.
Exactly. Like like here's this bunker. It's active. Need you to destroy it. That's basically what.
Or they could do the annoying thing, where you find the generator and you put the explosives on it, and then like they tell you defend this for a certain period of time as Bolkor after Furbolg come flying in to try and take you down.
Exactly. That would be a nightmare.
I don't care for those kind of missions unless I'm Titania.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that's going to be the case. Since obviously they have to take out the thing. So I don't think that's the case. Let's see what else. Right. And finally, actually going into the ship once it's been disabled and fighting the Kuva Lich. The big, like, I was surprised by how much, by just how much effort and everything was put into the fight. The design of his weapon, his introduction. It wasn't just like random Grineer words, blah blah blah, fight. It was actually, holy crap! This guy actually has what's the word? An axe to grind with Rebecca.
And then comes like the more shocking part. Each and every player gets one personalized.
Yes. I even like the fact that he has the Volt head attached to his shoulder, the very clearly electrically based energy flowing off of him. His weapon is. I actually like the gun. I think it's like a flak cannon. It just shoots like.
I just like how the. How I want to say animation. I like how animated the character is in personality.
Exactly. The very what was it? When you board the ship the first time and you killed me. My organs fried, my mind shattered, but I'm here. Like the way he says it, the very like personal. I want to deal with you kind of dialogue. I liked it. It was very interesting.
But that's another thing. He's saying specific things to whatever Warframe she used to kill him.
Mm-hmm. And I like it. I wonder how if he fights, if a Kuva Lich is killed by a Rhino, what ability that will get. like what specific move you would have to do to what's the word? To get a Kuva Lich based off a Rhino.
Mm.
But I think if you use the charge, maybe his body will completely break. Maybe he'll use more like a cybernetic like rig, I suppose.
I'd be terrified if I used a Vara to kill him, because he could turn invisible. It's like, oh no,
Yes.
it's a predator.
I actually noticed that the body is very unique. The center is very full, whole torso, but the legs and the arms, those are different pieces. Even the helmet, I love the helmet. I want it. I want to get a replica of it and then wear it in public. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
I'll just put it right here. I did like it, and killing the Lich was very interesting. We saw a new weapon the Tenno have, this weird spike thing, and I am convinced this tool is not just regular like metal and steel. I think it's actually um, part of the Warframe. I think it's a organic piece, which has been used to kill Orokin and the Immortal. Like this is what they use to drain their immortality. Again, we saw it especially when the Excalibur leapt up and just stabbed him repeatedly. Like he won't be coming back after that, I think.
Yeah. I like how he says, like, I'm immortal just like you. That's no.
Far from it, man. Far from it.
You're artificial.
I'm eternal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt now. You're artificial. I'm eternal.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, like I said, I like the idea. Actually, if you pay attention to the fight, you actually see energy being brought into the Volt head, and then he uses it as a weapon. So again, it shows that he steals his powers. He's not chosen for it.
Yeah. Again,
Which I like.
artificial.
Yes, everything about you is fake. But yeah, uh, the I guess we could call it like light speed of the railjacks. You can move around, and I think there's going to be a mechanic with it where you have to be careful how often you jump in a system and what happens when you do. Like the void will start affecting you more and more so because at the end of the trailer we saw it. The second that the Warframe was physically thrown, the Tenno was physically thrown out of the Warframe, and then suddenly he's transported to a new place. And this is where, yes, and this is where it comes in. And I am convinced this is an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Flat out. This is a reality in which the Tenno never left the void, where the Warframes were never created properly, where it's just another place. And now for the first time we're here in this, our quote unquote soul has just been transported into the body of an adult Warframe or an adult Tenno. So some of the enemies I'm convinced you're going to be facing is I don't close something out. One of the enemies you're going to be facing is something like this. And this was an old fan concept for the Orokin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and this was before Deviri.
Yeah.
But
I like the touch of like the weird leg.
yes. But that's what I like. But this has an implication that throughout Deviri, we see a very weird Dax. We see someone whose body is hollowed out, but is still alive. What's interesting is if you pay attention to the scene where he walks in on the horse, his head is down. He's not actively looking. It's only when he sees the Tenno does he raise his head and realize, Tenno, I must kill them.
Yeah.
I think the being inside has been dead for centuries. What's left is the impression. The armor remained, or what's left of the body remained. But the impression, that desire, to hunt and kill also remains. And the moment they appear, it's like flipping a switch.
So I forget the actual description that the person
Hmm.
used, and I hate to say it, but it was from like a radio show about Jesus and God and all that shit. It was a Christian channel. Thanks, Mom. Um, the character in the radio show was talking about an emotion that once you have it, like, it's a lot better for you to try and get rid of it than to keep it. I think he was talking about a grudge. But anyway, he talked about how it'll eat you up inside. It'll just keep eating and eating and eating until there's nothing but a hollow shell of yourself who can only think of that one thing, whatever it was. And that one thing can ruin your life. But you don't care. It's this one thing is why you exist now.
Exactly, and this Dax being kind of shows that. Like his whole purpose, his whole point of being is, I am here to kill Tenno, and I found you. I don't believe it's the same guy. I don't think he's been hunting one Tenno all this time.
I
It
think
doesn't seem like it.
we saw in one of the story quests that a Dax has no choice but to obey the command of an Orokin that has Kuva.
Hmm.
And they will, most of the times, they will stop at nothing to finish that command. It's very likely that this Dax was commanded by the Orokin to kill the Tenno. And he made it his mission, his life goal, to kill the Tenno and get out of there. Well,
Exactly.
he started hunting for the Tenno, struggled to find them. Not very many of them, but he was supposed to kill them all. And now this is all that's left. With the last remaining memory of kill the Tenno.
Exactly. That said, I find there is one thing that needs to be said. First off, the mask for Duveri. I think this is a mockery of the Orokin. I think these were designed specifically to mock them, but also to protect themselves from the void, or part of it. Keep their sanity, I suppose.
I think it's, oh, wait, no, that's not it. I was gonna say,
Okay.
I think it's their way of protecting themselves to trick certain enemies into thinking that they are Orkans, thus leaving them alone.
Yes, possible.
Like, obviously it doesn't work on every enemy, but it could work on some.
Yeah. And we even see a moment where, again, it's very clear that the Tenno betrayed the one who's lived here, because the moment he sees danger, he attempts to use Void Blast, but it doesn't work. And he's forced to pick up a weapon that's been buried in the dirt. It's a Void-eaten Tigris, and he has to use it. Again, this not only that, but we also see his younger eating the Tigris, implying that something has been happening that has forced them to hide their weapons, either as stockpiles to hide for when they need them, or maybe there's a faction that wants to abolish, what's the word? Violence, more pacifism, I suppose.
You know, this is completely left field again.
Mm-hmm.
When you play Ark, one of their recommendations is keeping a stockpile of weapons and supplies off the beaten path, so when you die, you can find it and be ready to go again.
Yes.
I think that was what's going on there. Because as we've noticed, like, Tenno can't really die.
Yeah, they're sustained by the void.
Yeah. And I think, like, now that they're in the source, like, they really can't die. Not that easily.
Yes.
But, I think what happened is that the younger one put the weapon away because he had a sense that, like, sometime soon he's gonna get killed. So might as well leave this here so he can find it again. But then you notice that there's so many holes all over the place. He never found it again.
Until now.
Yeah.
The older version.
Yeah.
And again, this shows what the void is like. Could be, but now we see it in action. It's a hollowing presence. It eats away at everything around it.
Yeah.
Until whatever's left is just a husk of what it used to be. Now,
oh my god. It eats away at anything until there's nothing but a hollow void. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. But another point to mention is that the ship seen at that end is the same ship that DE has been hinting at for years now. And it goes back all the way to the original Dark Sector.
Yes, I was in a chat, like on a stream. We were talking about this. We weren't the first people to notice this.
It's the same ship.
Yeah, a lot of people noticed.
It's still strange though, seeing it. The big thing about it, that entire section is glass. That is a, what's it called? An environment, a habitation environment. Still, like I said, again, this has heavy implications. This hints at that it's entirely possible that DE is trying to make Dark Sector's original concept part of the canon.
Yeah, but then, like, in the chat, we had that one person, like, do the anime push their glasses up to make it glow thing, and say, matter-of-factly, that DE has said again and again that Dark Sector is never going to be a part of Warframe, and never be referenced. Look at it now!
Well, I think when they said that, I think they mean came out. The one that is, it's not bad, it's just no.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they're not being obvious about it.
Yes, what they're referencing is the original Dark Sector, not the one that came out.
Yeah. I view it as like the Pixar effect. Like in Pixar movies, especially Toy Story, we always see references to other movies. And it's not that these movies are all in the same universe, as some people have latched onto. It's because they like to reference things, so you remember that thing, and either have nostalgia, go see it again, or just go, oh hey, that exists.
Yes.
I think that's what they're doing with this.
It's entirely possible. Again, but like I said, personally, I think, that, again, I think they are trying to keep some of the aspects from the original concept in. It's just been, it's been hard to do. It's kind of the thing. Without making, what's the word? Without making the, oh god, it's in the back of my head. Without making the original game effective. Because as DE has said it 100 times, they've said that the original game, or the original concept of Dark Sector has already been achieved with Warframe. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's just been an instance of,
It's still very much like, we're just referencing the game, they are not connected.
Yes. Or they're taking aspects from the original and making part of it. Again, the ship being the big one. Actually, I just noticed this. I think I know why the void. It's embedded in something.
Yeah, it looked like it crashed into something. We have been sitting on the dog. My bad.
It's fine.
That was a weird sentence.
But it's still interesting. This ship just fails so spectacular.
Yeah.
Also, point out as well is that the Tenno for the trailer is in fact, I'm convinced his face is heavily the Hayden of the Dark Sector that came out. Because if you look at like parts of their facial structure and how they look, the hair being the big one, you can see similarities, but they are very clearly, again, subtle references, I suppose. Still, I
Can I
want to see
make a
where
suggestion
Duvar.
that, like, once we're done with the TennoCon thing, we take a break?
Sure, sure, sure. I think we're coming to an end now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Uh, Please, Nightwave. Yeah, so that's Duvari. Like I said, I'm looking at alternate reality concept. I want to see where this is all going. And lastly, we have Nightwave. Season 2 has come out.
Yeah.
And good lord,
Wow.
it so basically it's a weird cult that I think fights for the infested and is run by a Solaris kid.
You are cutting out.
Mm-hmm. Am I
Uh,
fine now? Or is it still like kind of bugged?
you sound fine at the moment.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
One moment.
I don't know what's going on with his audio. I get that it's possibly the storm that's coming in, but still.
All right, I'm here.
Hi.
Yeah. So this cult is its destruction alone, or they're not good.
Yeah. They have, like, they're putting on a face. They're not good at all.
Yeah. Wants to believe that a direct result of Nefanya, that he failed to
No,
the
you're still
micro.
cutting out.
Okay.
I think we
I
should. I
said
think we should just take our break right now because I can't understand what you're saying.
fine, fine. We'll take the break. We'll be back in a moment,
Yeah.
people. So bear with.
All right. Uh, I guess because of the storm rolling in on his side, his audio is freaking out really bad, and I'd rather not have a short temper by the end of the show. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm going to have the intro song playing on repeat. If you guys don't like it, that's fine. You can just tab away, mute it, but we'll be back as soon as we can. So yeah, get up, stretch, eat, drink, go to the bathroom, reconnect with your hive mind, or hug your gilded monkey man or something. As since Ostrich is possibly still in the chat. And we'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, that's enough of that early. Oh, haha. Yes, you know how I said when we left for break, I did not want a short temper by the end of the show? Yeah, too late. Too late. The house guest dogs are here, and I have run out of patience. That's a scary thing. Like, I'm the type of person. It takes a lot to make me mad. Like, it takes a lot to get on my nerves, and these dogs have gotten on my nerves very quickly. But I'm not allowed to do anything. I can get angry, and I can shoo them away from what they're not supposed to do, but I can't do anything. And I fucking hate it. Like, on all honesty, I'm not allowed to discipline these dogs. I'm not allowed to really yell at these dogs when we're inside. I'm not allowed to do anything. I just have to clean up their mess and make sure they're not able to make more messes, which is not as easy as one would think, because they make messes out of literally anything they get their fucking paws on. And I'm also not allowed to voice my concern or frustration, because apparently that immediately means that I want the person out of the house, when that's not true. I just have a very short temper with these dogs, and I have to keep it to myself. And they are here from Sunday to Thursday, if I'm lucky. I've noticed that every time they're here longer, it's when they cause, like, the worst problems for me. Well, I can't have an opinion in this house at all. Because I'm here too. Yay. Sorry about the venting. I'm just tired of these dogs and the house guest. I am very, very tired of these people.
And we're back.
Hi.
All right. So let's see, where were we?
I'm not in a good mood.
Okay. Read everything. Actually, wait. How long have we been going for?
3 hours.
I think we should probably stop it here.
Is the storm getting too bad?
Hmm?
Is the storm getting really bad?
Going for 3 hours, I think. I think that should be enough. Typically, we don't try to go over 3 hours.
Yeah. But I'm not in a good mood.
All right. Well, then. All right. Well, I guess this would finish the episode since we've kind of talked a bit from a few other things, and the last two aren't. Join us next
Yeah,
week on
next
high
week
school.
we'll continue this, because you're cutting out again.
We'll continue it. Apex Legends.
Yeah.
So
Let me adjust
this
the
is my
names to part 1.
right. So this has been Rev, Nate, and then like always for the end, and we will see you all next Thursday. Bye.
Yep. I'm still super, super furious with these dogs. Just so we're clear. Still super furious, but I gotta put that aside. We've done 55 of these episodes by now. You already know the spiel about the creeper face and the link in the description on YouTube. The link is not supposed to be there. I freaking hate that. So, you know the drill. Don't click on them. They don't work. Thank you. Goodbye. We're going to host and I just don't want to talk anymore.